Today on Chris Collins Unleashed, we have two special guests, and this came about the fact that it is National Beard Day this coming Saturday, and that these guys, the McKibbin brothers, are all about performance. So we have Maddison and Riley McKibbin, who are two volleyball players that currently play in the AVP Beach Volleyball League. They both went to USC to play volleyball, and they grew up in Hawaii, and they were 3-time state champions. They're great guys. They're really fun. We talked about a lot of fun stuff like meditation and performance, and of course, girls stroking our beards. You should really enjoy this, and it'll be fun.
Welcome to Chris Collins Unleashed.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! There, I can't read it. There's no words on it. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live.
Welcome everybody to Unleashed.
We'll do it live.
G-Man. We are celebrating something very fun today, which will be coming up National Beard Day. So we have the handsomest sons of bitches on the volleyball field and maybe in Southern California, the McKibbin brothers. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Madison and Riley, and they're trying some Dos Artes tequila. What do you guys think?
Dude, delicious.
Probably the best tequila I've had.
Is that not the best intro song
Absolutely
for
lovely.
a podcast?
I loved it. I loved it. Was that Bill O'Reilly?
That is.
Yeah, I liked it.
We've been working on intros, so that's the one we're testing out today.
We'll do it live.
Fires me up. I like that.
I know. I like it too.
I want to yell like that at Lucas. I want to be like,
Lucas, we're doing it
my
live.
monitor doesn't work or something. That'd be fun. Should we? Okay, so we have a contest we're going to announce where somebody can win some bitchin' stuff from Homer Cuts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Beard oil and brushes and all his handmade dope stuff that's hard to get and very fun. So we'll tell you about that in a little while. What do you guys think about it being all about the beards? Is that you're more than a piece of meat, right?
We like to think so, but we've made it this far with our beards.
Yeah.
How often do girls run up to you and ask you to touch your beard?
I wish it was more often than.
I'd say more often than not, they come up, but they don't ask.
What?
Like,
but
when
you
I go
know
to
they want to
Coachella-
ask.
When I go to Coachella, people just walk past and just brush it and just keep on walking.
Yeah, well, Coachella's a different story, though.
Yeah, that's true. But people usually don't ask. They just come up and grab it.
Wow.
Oh, maybe I give off a vibe. You better ask.
Yeah.
To me, it happens more in airports.
It's the Chris Collins 1,000-yard stare. They're not going anywhere near that. They want to ask first.
It can get a little annoying sometimes. The timing is everything. Like Coachella, that's appropriate.
Yeah,
It is.
100%. True.
But you're like in deep thought or something. I don't know, racing somewhere, and they're like, "Hey,
Can I touch it? No.
And then the commonalities with the beard too. People are like, "Oh, you look like." So at first I got Dan Blazarian, which I look nothing like Dan Blazarian.
Right.
And then that closer for the Dodgers, whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah. Fear the Beard.
You probably get that a little.
I
Right?
got that when my beard was a bit longer. But yeah, yours for sure resembles that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit darker.
I like that style though.
See, I'm more than a piece of meat. What?
More than
how
some
do you-
chin whiskers.
Yeah. How do you guys groom your beard? Like we have a guy. Like because if I did it, it would be crooked, and you guys look pretty on top of it.
We got a guy too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got a guy.
Who's your guy?
This guy, Dave, Venice Barber Dave on Instagram.
We call him the Beard Whisperer at Old Glory Barbershop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've been with him for about 2 years now.
Yeah. He does a good job.
It's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
spends a lot of time.
where is that?
Old Glory? It's
Like
like
you're
Venice Beach.
ready to cheat on Homer just like that.
No, I'm just curious.
Like where is that? I'll ride my
right
little
about-
electric skateboard down there.
right around like where the circle area.
The roundabout
is down-
right there?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
roundabout.
Right on
by
Venice
Venice.
Way.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, just in case I need an emergency beard trim, I need to know where the local place
Yeah,
is.
he's right up the street from you.
He is. I know.
You don't want to mess up my whole thing, don't you?
I skate
Because he'll
right
come
past
for
him.
the both of us, but I don't think he'll come just for me. I'll have to go there. Man,
You're using me. I didn't realize. I
yes,
had no
of
idea.
course.
Dang it.
Well, I'm coordinating. So tell us. So the idea of what we do is kind of about performance and business performance, but business performance is all mental, just like sports or anything really. There's a lot of commonalities. I was watching one of the videos of you guys on YouTube where you train, and you were talking about the sports psychologist.
Oh yeah.
There was something cool written on the wall too.
Mindset development.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we train up at this place up north called Sports Academy. And we started working with sports psych probably a couple months ago. You know, as brothers, we play. I mean, we've always played together, and a lot of the time we can clash and fight. But besides being kind of a mediator and helping us out both, they've given us some tips on, you know, what we can do to get into the right mindset during a match. And so Riley posted something like 2 weeks ago about like belly breathing. Like I talked to him about it. So
well, I mean, if we're going to talk about that, then for me, what's helped me a lot to kind of calm my nerves when I'm playing, I mean, even just being a pro athlete, like we still get nervous at times. And the way I like bring my adrenaline back down is breathing with my belly, kind of inflating my abs almost. It's almost ab breathing, as opposed to when you take a deep breath and you fill your chest up. That gives you kind of the sensation of panic. Right?
Yeah. Of panic and anxiety because your shoulders shrug. So that's one thing, like even like to bring us back during a play of just taking a deep breath in. But it's tough when you're on the beach because you're not wearing a shirt. And so I'm always afraid that if I'm belly breathing,
somebody's going to get that perfect shot.
Like, look like this, and then it sinks in. I'm like, should I do small ones? So I usually lean over. And I'll do it.
Let me know. I'll come stand by you next time, and then you won't have a problem.
Don't get that picture at that time.
What do they call that, G? Dad bod?
I got the dad bod.
I didn't know that was a thing until G explained that to me. There's a fetish. Like, there's girls that like dad bods.
Big one.
Yeah. So the breathing, and then do you guys do meditation or anything like that, or just the breathing?
So I've actually recently just gone to a place in Venice Beach called Ceremony Meditation, right up the street from you. And it's something I got introduced to. It's like 45-minute sessions. And it's funny because we learned about belly breathing through our sports psych, but that's a really big part of it. And so I've kind of brought pieces of that into developing more of my mindset while playing. So that's something I've kind of delved into. I don't do it as much as I'd like. You know, I've downloaded an app and I've tried doing it, but it's hard to kind of stick to that. But I feel like if I can keep adding that into my regimen, it would be more and more helpful. So it's still a process, ongoing process.
What is that kind of meditation? Like, what do you do?
Well, right now, because I'm new to the game, so a lot of it was visualization. I went there yesterday. There was a lot of it was belly breathing, but it wasn't something I'm used to. It was quick breathe in through your stomach and then your chest and exhale, and it was really fast, and it was kind of strange for me. And then we moved on to visualization, which I think helps the most when it comes to mindset of playing. And then finally, we did some Reiki sound meditation. I might be pronouncing some of these things wrong, but
no, I think
I'm all kind of new to the game.
How much of volleyball is mental?
Man, I think the biggest difference between the top players, maybe like the top 4 teams, and then the next 8 is purely mental. They're all about the same physicality, but when you play against a top 4 team, they never make a mistake, or they'll make one in a set. As you play against anyone below that, you can count on them to make 2 or 3, and then us as a team make about 2 or 3. So all those teams are kind of interchangeable. But it's really, really difficult. You have to play your best game and be so focused mentally to be one of the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
So the difference is 1 or 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Literally 1 or 2.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been the difference between our past 3 years on the tour. You know, when we first started out, we'd lose like 3 points in a row. You just couldn't get over that one error and it just lead to the next one. Now we've gotten better of just letting that go and just moving on to the next play.
Yeah.
What sort of things you guys argue about as brothers that pertains to volleyball?
Oh man, I mean,
Are you just pushing each other too hard?
This is
we
only have like 20 minutes.
Our parents literally never let us even play together beach volleyball up until, I don't know.
Yeah, we never did play together.
We
Really?
weren't allowed to play together on the court because we fought so much. But we've gotten better at it over the years. I mean, we still have our pretty epic blow-ups and fights, you know.
We've had some brawls,
pay-per-view
but
pay-per-view worthy. But
I think the hardest thing with us is sometimes I think I'm right and he's wrong, and other times he thinks he's right and I'm wrong. So like just trying to find that middle ground, we fight a lot and we get frustrated. So we've been working. We have a coach that it's nice to have a third opinion when it comes down to it, but it's those small things. It's never like the big thing. It's just compounding, just small things that you wouldn't get irritated with anyone else. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like we all get a little more irritable with our family. So
it's
just
easier.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do you looking back, do you think that that's the gap in winning and not winning? Is if you were both more focused, not focused isn't the word. If winning was more the mental thing, then the other thing wouldn't matter. The arguments, the little stuff.
Oh, if winning was the ultimate goal, then we wouldn't pay attention to like the arguments. Yeah, I mean, I think if we could both get over we don't get there anymore, but how angry we are at each other at the moment and just focus on the winning, then yeah, I think that's what your question was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
When you look back on it, is that how you feel? Like if you look back on a time where you guys fought and...
The thing is that it all changes when it's your brother. Like, yeah, I would say, I could look past it all, but still those little irksome things that just build up, you just can't get over. I mean, we've gotten way better at it. Like now, there's other brothers that play on tour, and I think we have the best relationship. But it wasn't always like that. People will come up to us and will say, you guys look like you're best friends. But I mean, it wasn't always like it was a struggle in the beginning. I mean, we lived together and played together. I mean, someone not doing their dishes would bleed onto the court, and then, that comes back into the household, and it's just a snowball explosion.
Well, that's got to compound things. You guys room together still?
No, we don't live together.
Okay, that's
when
smart.
When Michael Jordan was in the finals, do you think he was worried about dishes?
Well, he wasn't playing with his brother.
Yeah.
Either way,
you remember those dishes.
He had a wife.
I know. We're getting better, like you said. Like now those dishes don't matter as much because we don't live together.
I mean, that's the thing I always say. I'm like, if Michael Jordan in the finals, we talk about that around here. Mm-hmm. His wife wasn't like, why aren't you home doing homework with the kid? It was about winning, right?
Yeah.
And so it's hard even when you're married or relationships or anything, it's kind of having the priorities straight.
I like that.
With that.
Definitely take
that's the thing we see most in coaching business is spouses affect results a lot. And so there's this, when you're an entrepreneur and you're working a lot of hours, there's always this tug of why aren't you home? The kids are growing up and you weren't there, and all this guilt. And it's like you have to get on the same page because you're not going to be successful with that tug.
I like that. I think that would definitely help us just having like that goal outline. Like it all comes from a good place, whether we fight or not on the court.
Yeah, but it's about killing the other guys.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's like an advantage we have too. Like, when we play, it's like a high risk, high reward. When we lose, it's really difficult for us. Like we get really upset. But when we win, it's the most exciting, elating feeling that you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should get upset, right? I mean, I don't know. I hate to lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do I.
I'm the kind of person that won't try something because
I'm the exact same way.
I'm not going to play some new game. They're like, come play this video game. I'm like, no.
I don't even play.
You don't understand. I can't have a hobby. I'm all in. Like, I'm going to kill you, or that's it. I had that recently. We had a party here, and my fiance's family was playing poker with me, and I was so torn because I wanted to be so aggressive, and I couldn't. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like frozen because
I feel you.
I don't know if I sit down and I put money in, I want to win, but at some point it's too much. It's like it's more about spending time with family, taking all their money. But I'm flawed with that. It's not fun for the other people at all.
Yeah,
they're like, it's funny. That's So what are your guys' short-term goals with volleyball and performance and that, and then how many times a week do you guys practice?
Short-term goals. Well, our final tournament is this upcoming weekend, and we'd like to finish on a high note. I think we're going in the right direction. I actually broke my hand in the first tournament of the year and had been out up until the last tournament that we just played in.
Didn't you play with somebody else?
Yeah, I played with 2 other guys.
Yeah, I think I read that.
Yeah, so it was a good opportunity. It was a nice, not breakaway, but I learned a few things when Riley was away, and I think it just added to our team dynamic when he came back after that. Just play with someone else for a little bit.
So then you go into the off season?
Yeah, let me go into off season.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, going back to short-term goals, we want to do well in Chicago, and then practicing. We've kind of changed up our practice routine recently, so we've practiced almost every day this past week and the week before that, just to touch the ball as much as we can going into our last tournament. So weightlifting was kind of put on hold, and just getting out on the beach isn't a bad option. Just going to the beach every day.
Especially right now.
I know, it's nice.
The beach is nice down there.
So when you show up in Chicago, what kind of things do you do to mess with the other volleyball players? Like, how do you get in their head?
We put more of the focus on our team. We try not to get too involved in the mind games of playing with other teams.
Yeah.
We're more
Do they
focused
do
on
mind
ourselves.
games to you?
No
No
one messes with the
does.
beards. Come on now.
No one really does.
I respect that.
I don't want to mess with someone because then I get so much more emotionally involved in the match, and I just want to keep my cool, keep my shit all together. Because once I fucking really want to beat someone, I just kind of snap and lose it. And I lose my focus a lot.
It's hard
more.
to play with that level of adrenaline.
Yeah.
We're both the same. We just try and keep calm, because once you hit that peak, it's...
See, I'm flawed.
Not
I'd know where
easy.
their hotel room is. I'd have somebody knock on their door in the middle of the night. I'd pull the fire alarm in the
that's a good
meantime. Right? What else would we do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like
Poison
this.
their food, maybe? Something?
Short sheet their bed.
Yeah. Call. Just keep
Turn the
calling
turn the
on the
water
phone,
off.
right? To the hotel room.
That's such a good call.
Find out what room. What else? Definitely let all the air out of their stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, I'm flawed with that kind of stuff. That's funny. The meditation that works for me is transcendental.
Someone just told me about that 2 days ago. Is that the one where they give you a mantra?
Yeah,
and you
because I
repeat it?
can't concentrate without a mantra.
Yeah, me too.
So
You get your own, or it's new every day, or
there's kind of a ritual to it. So you go to a transcendental meditation place, and they there's a ritual, and then they give you a mantra, and then they teach you how to use it. So it's you go every day for 4 days, I think. I did it a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't do
It's
the formal
4
training
days
on it.
for a couple hours, but then they make sure you do it right and everything. And
and you still do it?
yeah,
And what does it help with? So I'm new to the whole game.
It's everything. I don't know. You start to understand why Howard Stern and Oprah and Seinfeld and all these high performing, even business guys like Ray Dalio and do it, because it definitely separates your subconscious from your conscious. You start to understand how it works a little more.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it 20 minutes twice a day.
20 minutes.
And so if you really visualize your goals before that, that's how I do it. I don't know. Do you visualize after or before?
Before.
So I do it before, and then you do that, and then you can do a little coming out, but it definitely gets you inside your subconscious, it's a whole undiscovered area that we don't really understand, but it's very powerful.
I think too, if you find yourself really close to the action, so if you're in a game and mentally you feel like you're just pushing in, really hard, you're trying to focus, you're trying to concentrate, you don't have enough space in your brain. You have to be able to see the battle from 30,000 foot. The only way to do that is to kind of separate your mind a little bit. And then meditation gives you that space, between that. So you can work the problem without trying to have your conscious mind fix it for you.
Interesting. I like that.
So I started that, I don't know, close to probably 10 years ago. And then there was a time after that where I started going to a performance guy. I don't know if you've heard of him, Dr. Pratt. He's out of Scripps in San Diego. But he does hypnosis and different things like that. And I don't think I would have got as much out of it if I hadn't have done TM before.
Yeah.
Because you go right in, and you start rewiring the way you think, and just mostly it's like Gary said, it's the stress and the pressure, because that's the hardest part. That's what makes you fold up,
Yeah, that's by far, I think, the hardest part going into some of these tournaments.
So you end up kind of elevating above everybody else, where you're kind of in that other dimension, and you're almost out of body a lot of times, I think, when the stress comes.
Yep.
I experience that a lot sometimes when I'm speaking or something. It's almost out of body, where before I'd get nervous.
Huh.
and I don't even get nervous anymore.
Yeah.
Do you
it keeps you cool, calm and cool in a pressure situation.
Do you tap into that mindset while you're meditating? Like that feeling of just flow almost?
Yeah, you see white light. It's weird. You lose total perception of time.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it doesn't happen every time the same. And some places are better to meditate than others, but you lose all perception of time, and you sometimes you just go into this white light and everything stops. So when you come out, you just feel like you took the best nap ever.
Sure.
I thought there was no way when I first started doing meditation, was just a couple of years ago. And I thought there's no way I can sit in one place and breathe and say a mantra for 20 minutes. This is not going to happen. Like I'm always moving. Like there's no way. But it's funny, like you said, like it just slips, and then you feel like you left and you came back.
Yeah.
It's
Wow, that sounds
interesting.
really
And that
cool.
whole time period is gone. I kept telling him, I think I'm falling asleep. I think what's happening is I'm falling asleep and I'm waking up. But then I realized I wasn't. I was like, you were getting into that delta wave, and you just, it just changes your perception of time.
Yeah, and I don't know how the guys that do it without a mantra, like that's real talent. I can't. I'm too ADD.
When you say mantra, what do you mean exactly by that?
It's a word that's two syllables. It means nothing. Like if it was ding dong or something. But you're saying it over and over again, and when thoughts come into your head, then you realize you're not saying your mantra, and you just start saying it. And then thoughts will come in your head, and you say it, and then you just kind of start going, down into your subconscious. There's no right or wrong. You just do it as well as you can, and it kind of works out.
So like in sports, like we talk about having like a cue or a word. Do you think that if, let's say we did it, you would actually say your mantra during like the middle of a match?
Yeah.
Do you think that would help a lot?
Oh yeah, you can't. If you do TM consistently for like 3 or 4 months, you can pull that up like that by saying your mantra for 10 seconds. You can go to that spot.
Wow. Okay.
All right, you sold us.
Getting some cheat codes here.
Yeah, no, it really is like. But it's funny. Like, watch on YouTube. Like, pull up Howard Stern and Seinfeld and Oprah, and they talk about it. David Chase, like all the high performing sports guys that do it. And whenever I tell somebody to do it, they always call me. They're like, "Why doesn't everybody talk about this?" They're like, "I don't know." Whenever I talk about it, sometimes the clients they're like, "Oh, the vegetarian from California."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, that's not it." Like I'm trying to share what works.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. I mean, the feeling that you're describing kind of reminds me of how I feel when I'm playing in like an important match, and you kind of snap into this or almost out of this focus. Like I'm not even concentrating at all about what I'm doing, and I'm just playing, and you almost feel like a god almost. It's the feeling that you're describing sounds exactly like that.
It's kind of like runner's high too. You ever go out on a long run and get runner's high, where you feel that separation?
We jump. We're not runners.
Yeah,
we're
we
jumpers. I hate running.
The last time I ran a mile was like in 5th grade.
But you definitely tap into that during playing what Riley's talking about, of like that where it's some people call like no mind, where you're not thinking about anything. But like my question that I wanted to go back to you is I've tried, Headspace, these apps that are out there, and it's hard to religiously do it. Then I went to this one place and had it guided by someone. So my question to you is like, I have a hard time doing it on my own. It's almost easier. I went to a 45-minute session. It was guided by actually someone. So my question to you is like, who could we go and see about TM?
There's one in Beverly Hills. I'm sure there's one in Santa Monica.
There's one in Santa Monica. Yeah.
You just look up their website, Transcendental Meditation, and there's locations in there.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was the thing for me, is because I had to go 4 days in a row. By the 3rd day, you look forward to doing it. Like you look forward to doing it, and so you're hooked. Like it's not like that kind of thing where you're like, I don't want to do it. You like it. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but you won't dread doing it. You'll miss it when you don't do it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm game.
And I don't know, through the years you get, you kind of come off a little bit and you're not as consistent, and then you come back, but you always notice that you get the most stressed and things aren't going well when you're off.
Yep.
It's a funny thing that my very last session, the guy who taught it to me said, do you smoke? And I go, no. And he goes, well, if you did, you'd quit. And he goes, and things are just going to come easier to you. You'll see. And he was right. They do. They just come easier. It's weird. You're not as in the mud, I guess. Which I have no idea why, but it works. The reason I started doing it was blood pressure. because my blood pressure was high and my doctor was going to put me on blood pressure medicine, and I fixed it with that.
Fixed it.
Wow.
So there's all these other health benefits too, but the mind is the most important part, I think.
It did not fix that for me.
This is coming from two.
Gary has. You guys, have you been around a world record holder for anything? Because he has the highest cholesterol. Guinness Book of World Records is coming out next week, and they're going to certify him.
It could be.
They're just when the lady comes to take his blood, 'cause she'll come and take both our blood. It's not even a needle. It's like a hose.
It's like a garden hose.
A sharp hose. It's like a milkshake. No, I'm joking.
It's an anomaly.
But evidently, cholesterol is hereditary if you eat carne asada fries and drink all the time.
Trailer trash hot dogs.
He was talking about how his cholesterol is hereditary, and then he was like, "Oh man, you got to come down to the food trucks down in Venice." And I'm like, "What would you have?" And he's like, "Oh, carne asada fries, or what was
Carne
it?"
asada fries. Yeah.
So it's like fries with cheese and carne asada.
Cheese and meat on it.
So funny.
Tasted great.
That's funny. Do you do anything special to train for something in Chicago with all the humidity? People, when we used to go to Chicago a lot, and people in the winter would be like, "Oh, take us home to California," and I'd be like, "Your summers are worse because of the humidity."
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this past week has been fairly humid down at the beach down here.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've been out. It's been cloudy. It's been bad. We've been sweating so much. Yeah. So I think the weather going into this Chicago tournament isn't going to be too bad. I mean, end of August, start of September. So there's nothing. We don't like jump in the saunas or anything.
You should practice in a hot shower. Just turn the shower on and practice, because it's going to be worse. You'll lose more water, right? You'll have to drink a lot more water when you're playing.
Actually, last year when we played in Chicago, by our third match of the day, I cramped up in our last set. And to remedy that, everyone knows on the beach you drink a beer. And so I ran to the side and had one of my friends grab me a beer, and I drank half of it, and I didn't cramp for the rest of the time. So it's just a little
I didn't know that
insider
was a trick.
tip.
Yeah.
Has anybody tried tequila?
No one's tried tequila.
Well, beer probably has like.
I think it has to do more
stuff
with like the carbonation or something like that.
Salt.
A shot of tequila is probably not a good idea.
It happened in San Francisco with Ty right before the finals.
He drank a beer?
Yeah. I was in the finals in San Francisco, and my partner is Ty Loomis. He's like 38 years old. And he hadn't made it this far in the tournament.
Look how he says 38.
I know.
Gary's 50. It's like 38.
He's an old dude.
Like, you should get an award for being 38.
No, but he had my girlfriend fill up like a whole canteen, like the one that I have, full of beer, and just kept it in our tent, like during our finals and in between timeouts. Like
that's all that NO Explode he's been drinking. That's why.
He'd crush a few beers, and then go play. I was like, this is my partner of the finals. So I'm like, all right,
man.
But he's a veteran. He got it done. He knew what he was doing, so it works.
Does it affect your play after you slam a beer?
That time I only drank half of it, and I felt it. I mean, I can drink a fair amount. I'll probably pour myself another cocktail actually, but at that point it only helped. I was cramping pretty bad. Both my hamstrings tightened up, and that beer helped so much.
Yeah, man. No,
We gotta do that.
Yeah. I need to
This
try
tequila
that.
is delicious, though.
Wouldn't it be fun to go to the gym with a beer? Just be like, would we get in trouble for that?
I don't know. We don't have a trainer anymore, so who's going to say anything?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. That'd be fun. What kind of things do you normal people like G and I not know about the volleyball business that would surprise us?
The volleyball that would surprise you? I don't know. I mean, this probably wouldn't surprise you, but we both live down in Hermosa Beach, and getting to play on the AVP, like our lifestyle revolves all around beach volleyball. Like I said, it's not anything new that you guys don't know, but we spend mornings playing twos on the beach, and then afternoons playing fours with like a bunch of amateurs or just fans and friends, and so it's like. It's the best lifestyle you could ever live, playing on the beach in the afternoons against professionals, and then friends in the morning, and then friends in the afternoon, and then go out to the bars in Hermosa. Like, not anything you guys don't know.
So the thing that would surprise us about volleyball is that they hang out on the beach with girls playing volleyball. They walk up to girls and like, we're professional volleyball players. You want to play?
I mean,
It's an
what
interesting
would you
sport.
say?
It's an interesting sport because it's the one sport I think where the pros and the fans like live together as one. You know?
Yeah.
Whereas like I feel like I never see any NFL players out where I am or basketball players or whatever. But all the pro beach volleyball players know all the fans.
It's accessible.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is. And
It's
that's
more of a community.
Yeah.
definitely.
That's kind of fun.
That's basically what I said.
No. No, but I think, man, I wish I would have played volleyball in high school, huh?
I know.
No, it's
Sounds
not
fun.
that
Too
cool.
short.
Beach volleyball, not indoor volleyball.
I grew up in Seattle. There was no beach volleyball. It was all indoor. But yeah, that's fun. What about the finances and the business side of it? Do you guys make money on endorsements? Winning tournaments? How does it work?
It's definitely a struggle. I'd say that's the hardest part about the sport. There's just not that much money to go around. So we have to supplement it with other things. We do a lot of private lessons and coaching and yes. And I mean, we do have endorsements, but definitely could work a little bit harder on that one.
Yeah.
Do you have endorsements where you like on your shorts, you have like a name, kind of like NASCAR?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're selling real estate kind of?
Kind of a little bit. I mean, right now we're kind of trading tit for tat. Like we just get free stuff as of right now with a little bit of money from some places.
Yeah.
But like Sports Academy is one of them. Lululemon is another company we work with. And then a few smaller companies, but we're actually like, we have some things in the works right now that hopefully we can capitalize on and finally get into that echelon of receiving money from sponsors.
Where do you wear it on your shorts, or do you guys in volleyball put stickers or anything?
We
on
wear
the back?
tattoos.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought I
yeah.
thought I'd seen that.
Huh.
And does the volleyball association or whatever they are regulate any of that?
Not to my knowledge.
They want you to succeed as much
Yeah.
as anybody.
For the most part.
It's good for you. It's good for them.
Yeah.
That's fun.
What about some of the big names like in the sport? Like the one that comes to mind is Dahlhauser.
Yeah.
So what about a guy like him? Like, is he killing it with endorsements?
Yeah.
Is that like you reach that echelon?
Yeah. Well, he's on a different level.
Yeah.
He's been to Olympics, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And
Right.
the best player in the world for the past almost 2 decades. I know he's with Red Bull still, so that's a huge sponsorship for him. But yeah, I mean, that would be the goal. And I think, honestly, the reason why we kept these 2 beards for the past 3 years is like really helped our brand and like kind of get our names out there.
Yeah. Differentiate you guys, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, other than Phil Dahlhauser, when people walk down, I think we're kind of the most recognizable team because everyone else, I don't know, more or less looks the same.
Right. Yeah.
But you notice the 2 bearded guys every time.
Now, so
that's cool.
so does he still? So you still see him in the circuit? You guys run in the same circles? Yeah.
Yeah. Phil's still there, still dominating.
Unfortunately, he's still there.
Yeah.
You want him to retire?
Every single
Is he
time.
38?
Yeah, I'd love to be retired.
How old is he?
36 or 7.
It's over the hill.
I know. It's killing me.
He's
So now-
still so good.
Is it natural ability for him? Like, is it or is it work ethic?
It's natural.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know his work ethic that much, but I mean, he's 6'8", jumps 30 something. I mean,
yeah.
it's hard to compete with that. I
Yeah.
mean, we've played against him once or twice, and he's unlike any player that you play against. He blocks balls that would usually go down, and then when he hits, it's like, what do I do with my hands? Like, there's nothing you can do.
Isn't it like a Randy
might as well just-
Johnson fastball kind of a thing?
Yeah,
Like you just come in
Basically.
so fast.
it's just so
And different
high.
angles. You know, he's hitting at, I don't know, almost 12 feet, whereas everyone else is hitting
monstrous.
at 10.
It's like DeAndre Jordan coming in for a dunk, and you're still on your feet.
You're trying to take a
Like,
charge.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Just let him go.
Just close your eyes.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Okay, so the contest. We have a contest. And are you guys going to share the contest too?
Yeah.
On your Instagram?
Can we
Sure.
enter?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course you can. We could probably get you hooked up with Homer. But I don't know if he hears it. You're going to some guy in Venice.
You just got to put butter
wanna
popcorn.
We'll just
on
edit
your
that part
face.
out of the.
So what you want to do is you want to go to our Instagram page and follow the page and then like the entry photo. And it's hashtag World Beard Week. And then if you tag 3 friends in the comments, we will announce the winner at hashtag World Beard Day this Saturday because that's World Beard Day. It should be Beard Week, not day, but it is day. So follow the page and then tag 3 friends in the comments, and then we'll pick a winner, and you'll get all this fun stuff from
So you
Homer
have to tag 3 friends in order to enter
in the comments,
in the comment section.
which seems pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could probably tag like 100 friends.
If I tag
Seems like
more
you have
than
a lot
3
of
friends,
friends.
I have more of a chance of winning.
Yeah, sure.
Done.
Do you know?
They're shaking their head over there. They're like, no, tell them to shut up.
Is it one entry for every 3 friends? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. All right. Yes, that's
Do
it.
it.
Yes, that's it.
The more the merrier. You get one of those Homer Cut cedar boxes that'll have 3 fatty beard oils. That's the big ones. Homemade double-sided boar brush, which you guys kind of saw the boar razor, but he makes these big brushes like that.
I want that.
Dude, I'm in.
And then leathers and a comb. Oh, he's got this cool switchblade comb too. And then the cup and a towel, all that. So there's a picture in it that you can see. But yeah, tag some friends in the comments and we'll pick a winner.
Those boar brushes are
Deserves.
awesome.
Yeah, I use them.
Yeah.
What do you guys brush your beards with?
I got
Fingers?
I got a couple. No, that doesn't work. Get the,
You know what I saw the other day is like it's a bass player for Five Finger Death Punch, I think, has dreads in his beard.
oh, that's not a good look.
Awful.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know.
That's-
Yeah, I have like a regular comb, and then I got a little like thin bristle comb brush. No, brush and then comb. I got my whole
Mine's pretty similar.
order of operations. Brush down
System.
with the brush, and then comb. Brush up with the brush, then comb up, and then down again. It's like once a week.
The thing for me, the beard, it just makes my face straight.
Mm.
Because without the beard, my face is a little crooked. So it makes me better looking. If you look at old videos of me online, got punched in the face too many times in high school. Maybe I don't know. That's funny. Is there anything else you guys want to plug besides the tequila? Do you have merch or anything? Can we buy hats?
Merch, right?
Yeah, we actually we brought you guys some hats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So these are hats. You know, it's just like a brand we started since we've been playing beach volleyball. It's our grandfather's artist logo that we just kind of changed a little bit. But anything else?
No, I mean, you can buy them on our website at www.mckibbinbrothers.com.
Yeah, that's important info.
And
Check out the site.
yeah, we there like we kind of host all of our videos that kind of teach more or less beach volleyball.
Yeah. So that's starting up a YouTube channel. And then our last one is, you know, we have the AVP tournament in Chicago this upcoming weekend. So you can catch all the games at avp.com/live. It starts on Thursday as the qualifier, and then Friday's the main draw where we're the 12th seed. And we'll be taking on, you know, the best teams in the United States.
Fun.
Yeah,
Well,
super
I hope
fun.
you guys win. Dominate.
Yeah.
Mess
plan.
Well, dude.
mess with the other players. Like,
That's such a
get in
good
the
call.
head.
Yeah, but if they listen to this, they're going to know who did it.
What about just throwing out beard stuff? Like,
Yeah.
you guys must get mistaken for girls. Like, say stuff like that.
That'd be good.
Because if you have a beard, nobody can, mistake you for a girl, right?
It's true.
You could say all kinds of stuff like that.
One of the many pros of
They'd
having
just
a
be,
beard.
they'd just be looking at you like, what? That's funny. Cool. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you again real soon.